So we'll start the session. So let other people also join. Meanwhile, I'll share my brief. So hope you can listen to me. I mean, my voice is audible. Am I visible? Please confirm. We'll start the session. Can somebody confirm? Great. Thank you. Thank you, Haima. So welcome to day 5, webinar 5. The topic is career in IPR and patents. So as you all know, we are doing series of webinars on the occasion of this World Pharmacist Day, 25th September. So many of you know the theme of this year is that pharmacist strengthening healthcare systems. So the idea suddenly came to me and I thought of conducting series of webinars as part of awareness related to career, especially for the pharmacy students. So I have invited almost 10 speakers. So many of you know the agenda each day, what topic we have taken there. So every day we are getting almost average of 100 to 150 people. So on and off we are getting that. So based on the topic, their interest, they are getting in, they are learning something and they are going back. But the ultimate agenda and the outcome should be like, they should be aware of this. What is this World Pharmacist Day? What is the theme of this? And as a pharmacist, what they can do for their profession, how much they can contribute to their society or maybe profession. So whoever may be the speaker you are seeing for the next 9 days, I mean this complete 9 days, it's not a commercial kind of thing. Everyone is coming out of their passion to give a talk to all their fellow pharmacists, just to give the awareness. So likewise, on the day 1, we have conducted webinar on pharma IT. Day 2, we have conducted on GPAT orientation, and day 3, DHA Dubai pharmacist, and day 4, yesterday, that was done by Mrs. Neeraja. So based on the topic called quality assurance, career in clinical research, all those things. Today, we have a pleasure to invite one of the speaker, and the great thing is that he is my BPharm batchmate. Yesterday, you have seen my MPharm batchmate, but today you will see my BPharm batchmate. This guy, the profile is very interesting. So basically B pharmacy, M pharmacy, then he moved to IIT Kharagpur. He has completed LLB there and he specialized himself in the intellectual property rights and he became qualified patent agent of India. So many inspiring things are there to learn from him. Let us listen from him. But before that, if you people are not attending the webinars or maybe today is the first webinar, my request and suggestion to is that for the next 6 days, please do attend 4 days. Please do attend the webinars regularly. At the end, maybe on the 10th day, like 25th September, we'll be giving the certificate also on the logo. We'll mention the logo like World Pharmacist Day. And the speaker is suspense as of now. The reason is I have not got any confirmation. But 99% I'm thinking Ramkishan sir will give his permission to speak to all, conveying his best wishes to all. So let's hope for the best. So attend all these webinars. In case you miss any of the webinar, you can watch it on the YouTube live stream. And now also it is going on stream. So in the WebEx, we are getting 100 to 150 participants, but in the YouTube again we are getting some 50, 100. They are watching live. They are not joining the WebEx, but they are watching live. So today the main agenda is what is IPR, what is patent, how is the career will be in the patents, IPR. If you are already qualified B pharmacy, M pharmacy, and if you are working as a faculty or maybe working in some organization, if you want to give your work as a patent, Mr.Jnanateja, he is the right person to take care of all these works related to trademarks. If you have any research work, maybe you have any publication, if you have any research paper, he is the right person. As he has some pharmacy background, he knows the best idea. So whether which kind of patents you can take, maybe which kind of copyrights, trademarks, all those things. So we'll listen to him, his journey and what will be the career. So to something brief about Jnanateja, he's working as a IPR consultant now and working as a patent and a trademarks agent. And he's a founder for this Impro Edge. It's a IP firm. As I said, he's a basic alumni of IIT Kharagpur and he's my BPharm batchmate. I'm proud to say that he's like a tech lawyer. So he drafted and helped in filing patents and designs for various tech domains like pharma, biotech, mechanical, electrical, so whatnot, all the sectors which are existing right now in the corporate. And he worked closely with all the startups, incubators, and advised them in the various tech legal issues. And he, not only that, he actively participated and invited as a resource person for various FDPs conducted by several colleges, especially government organizations like this CPAM. So his area of research includes geographic indications. Many of you doesn't know that geographic indication is a particular trademark related thing, copyright kind of thing. We'll listen in his words. And he actively participated as a resource person for various education institutes, startups like our institute kind of thing, and Nalsar University, IPO, WIPO, all those things are there. So with this, I invite Mr. Jnanateja. Please do give your insightful career awareness session, especially for the BPharmacy graduates. How can they move their career from pharmacy background till IP, intellectual property right consultant, or maybe trademark consultant or patent consultant? Please give us your inputs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope I'm able to all.
Yes, yes, very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Uma Shankar and Dr. Jyotishri. So I'm very happy actually to associate in this webinar series on mainly, as a celebration of World Pharma Day. And also I listened that, you are conducting almost organizing a 10 series, 10 webinars. Main focus is on the career. And this should be appreciated actually, because, as you said that we are the batchmates in B pharmacy. At that time, we don't have such webinars, or else we don't have such flexibility to at least reach. Forget about the free webinars, even with the payment as well. We don't have such flexibilities or any availabilities with related to get that awareness what we need to do after our pharma, or else when we are in confused state, when we are pursuing initial stages of our career, etc. So before going to my session, I would like to appreciate and also thank you for adding many adjectives actually for your kind introduction about me. uh, so as Uma Shankar said that I'm a pharma, basically I'm a pharma graduate, but now completely I am moved into technical related aspects. You can term it as a tech lawyer, because I am having LLB from IT Kharagpur, and I'm a registered patent agent, trademark agent. uh, and also I do handle not only the pharma biotech, but also all technical related activities like biodiesel related inventions. We have filed patents, mechanical related inventions, electrical, electronics, in almost all the domains. So why I am stressing on this point is that at some point of time, actually, when we are in the final year of pharma, or else in the starting first year, when you are doing your jobs, when you compare with your other friends who are not into the pharma, you may feel that why I could have joined in the pharma, I could have entered into some other technical related domains, maybe BTech or something else. At some point of time, we may feel that, but in almost all the webinar series till yesterday, I have gone through. You had an introduction to pharmacovigilance, etc., right, and drug regulatory affairs. All are related to the pharma related aspects only. But I can say that there is something beyond that. When you take, or else when you qualify as a patent attorney, IPR attorney, so you may not restrict yourself to the pharma domain. At least you can work beyond that. You can work with startups which are into artificial intelligence, companies which are into electrical electronics, or else researchers who are working on electrical electronics, mechanical related devices, medical devices, etc. So here one good thing about the intellectual property rights is that you are not only working in the circle of pharma, but beyond the pharma circle you can work. So you can start your own firm, or else you can associate with some law firms, etc., and which I'm going to discuss in coming slides. What are the opportunities, or else how you can crack that patent agent exam, etc. So the main agenda of this session is that we are not going more into the technical things. And also, if you have any questions, we can discuss. We can keep more time for the Q&A. We can discuss. So this is mostly into the introduction of intellectual property rights, and also we have mentioned it as an IPR and patents. Of course, why I stressed them to mention patents again separately is that, of course, patents are into IPR only. So intellectual property right consists of patents, but why we have mentioned separately patents is that many people always get confused, or as they use it as a synonym for intellectual property right. For example, if you create something new brand name, so simply they say that why don't you patent it, right? So there you need to understand what exactly the patent is, and what exactly intellectual property rights are, and also how as a pharmacist we can move into such domains. What are different opportunities, or else, if you want to start your own startup, or else if you have your own idea to develop it, how can you protect your intellectual property rights, and where exactly we can fit into this IPR domain apart from QC, QA, regulatory, PV, etc. So there is something called interesting job profile called intellectual property right management, or else IP analyst, or else patent drafters, etc. So these all things we are going to see. Before that, I would like to share my screen. Is it okay if I stop my video now, and I will start sharing the screen?
Either way is fine, no problem. You can start sharing the screen.
Yeah, sure. Just please confirm me. Hope you can see this.
Yes, yes, we can see.
Yeah. Is it on the full screen mode, or else?
Now the screen is blank now.
Okay. It is taking a little time. And also, is it like an interactive thing? If I ask, put any questions, can they unmute themselves and can they answer, or else how it goes?
The thing process is like they will be asking the question in the chat box. At the end,
Okay.
Jyotishri will read out some questions and we need to answer there.
Okay.
If
Okay.
we
Fine.
unmute all the people, the noise levels will be more.
Yeah. Understand that. Understand that. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you. So hope now you can see this full screen.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you once again, and thank you all. So this here we are completely focusing on intellectual property rights and career related to the intellectual property rights. So before going into intellectual property rights, the career, the money involved in that, or else the etc., etc. We need to understand what IPR is, and also whether intellectual property right is only for the career. It means like only to work under someone, or else is it help? Will this give a path to start your own startup, or else to your own firms, etc. Right. So these things will be cleared by end of this session. So generally, confusion is always there because as Uma Shankar ji already stated that we do have always we should give back something to our pharma people always. We should give back our knowledge, or else dispose our knowledge. So there is always a confusion even during the graduation stage. At least if you take me as an example, I do have always a confusion during my graduation of pharma days. Even after graduating pharma, I do have confusion, and also while working in the initial stage. Actually, first initial I worked as a as a product management team in one marketing company, right? So even in that first year, I do always have a confusion related to what are the right opportunities, beyond this a normal traditional way of workings. Because as I said that during those days we don't have this much of flexibility or else information on your fingertips, where we can look into different job domains like PVs, or else with related to the clinical trials, or else with related to intellectual property rights. At least intellectual property right, the terms that what I'm using now, copyrights, patents, trademarks, I never used these terms during my graduation stage. I never know that these all are new terms at that stage. So only I came to be introduced to these terms of patents, trademarks, intellectual property rights only after my graduation. Even during my masters also, only the term patent I know, that's it. But now this generation people, or else the students at this point of time, even in your first year, second year, third years, or as initial years, you are well aware about what is an intellectual property right, what are the patents, how can you file a patent, or else where you can file a patent, what exactly the of a patent analyst, or else a patent drafter in any organization or institutions. So this when I am graduating, or else when I'm working also in the first year, even now many of you could have some confusions, what exactly where I need to choose, mainly with related to the monetary terms, which profile will pay me more, right? which profile will give me more flexible work, or else where I can little bit relax and desk type jobs, mainly when you compare with the ITs. So what are the profiles that can be given me the opportunity to work like an IT jobs, etc. Right? So such, not to everyone, but most of the people may have confusions, and I am the one person I have always such confusions, and then that confusion. With that confusion, I always used to explore things actually. So I didn't sit simply, but I keep on exploring things. I used to learn what exactly the intellectual property right, when I introduced the term patent, when I got introduced to the term trademark, because as I said that I worked with the marketing team. So in the marketing team, always there will be a brands. So to protect that brand, there should be a trademark. So during that time, I directly interacted with some firms, law firms, where who protect and then who file for the trademarks. So at that time, I know about the trademarks, and then I explored more and I discovered something new related, courses, etc., with related to the patents. And then somehow lucky that I came to know about there is some course called specialized LLB with honors in intellectual property rights that IIT Kharagpur is offering, and then I could able to go through that. But when if I could have this information even before, after the graduation, after the B Farms, even before the M Farm, I could have saved even 2 more years of time, because my domain is now completely with related to just the technical background is required, and also all tech legal related aspects. And before going into this, the job opportunities and etc., just I would like to briefly introduce what exactly the intellectual property right is, and also what are the different categories of intellectual property rights. So generally, intellectual property right, maybe many of you knew, or else for some people it is new also. Intellectual property rights, in short, they call is an IPR, intellectual property rights. So intellectual property rights are like there are many set categories under intellectual property rights. So it is also a sort of property, like for example, how you own your land, or else your mobiles, your laptops, right? This that is your own property, right? You can sell that property, you can use that property, or else you can license that property, whatever you want, you can do with that particular property that which you are owning. In the same way, there are some intellectual skills in each and every individual. So each and every individual creates something, right? For example, now when we have almost 80 people or 90 people who are listening this, there may be some will be keep on listening. Okay, so some will be keep on thinking about some stories, write some songs, some poetries, etc., right? So those are like their own intellectual skills, and that is that threshold of that particular intellectual skill, right? So each and every person thinks something and then creates something new. When you create something, generally what people say is that if you have a normal physical properties, it is easy to steal, right? Someone can easy to steal that. But if you have a knowledge, so such property cannot be stolen from you. But I just would like to add that if you have a knowledge, it is no one can steal it. But once you disclose your knowledge to someone else, so there are high chances that someone can steal that your knowledge, right? Until unless you keep it as a safe in your mind, your knowledge or else your skills, etc. So until unless you disclose and make it public or open, stating that this is what my creations, this is what I created, this is the story what I wrote, this is the song that I composed, or else this is the chemical that I invented, right? So these are the medical device that I designed. So until and unless you disclose to someone else, your knowledge is always within you, right? So once you disclose your intellectual skills or knowledge to someone else, maybe as in a sketch on one paper, some medical device, right? So it is now open to the public, and there are high chances that who have access to that knowledge can copy that, right? So even like a normal properties, we need to protect our intellectual property as well, right? So if we don't protect our intellectual property, what happens? So people will think that no one is protecting my intellectual skills, and then why I need to invest my intellectual skills in that? Why should I create something? Because it is very easy someone to copy that, it is very easy someone to steal that. So all the hard work I am doing, and Mr. XYZ is copying and he started production, right? So we need to protect that intellectual skills, and also at the same time we need to make some balancing approach, and because of that we have intellectual property rights. So I'm not going back into trips agreement and what are the agreements, what are the uniformities that they do follow, all the jurisdictions, etc. So just a basic introduction that we whatever we create from our mind, it doesn't mean that it should be technically sound always. There can be a song, there can be a music, right? There can be something, a small paintings, etc. each and everything that is created by your mind, which is new, it should be protected, and this is protected under intellectual property rights, right? So whether all these are protected as a patent, the answer is no, because based on your intellectual skills or else based on your intellectual threshold, each and everything is categorized into separate categories. Okay, right? If you create something which is innovative in nature, which is having which as per the patent act, which qualifies all the points that they do have mentioned, when it qualifies, when it is not an invention under section 3, and also which is having industrial applicability, etc., right? So all these things, if it qualifies, then it can be in patent. If something, if only the brand name, where there is no technical related, so you are not talking about how that invention is working on, you are just talking about the brand name, that's it, right? EsPharma you are talking about. So EsPharma is a brand name, that's it, right? So this can be protected as a trademark. So based on that, intellectual property rights are categorized into different categories. So here there are different varieties of different types of intellectual property rights, where the patents, this is the most important thing that we need to know as a technical people, because whenever the technical related aspects that you are talking about, or else inventing something new, it is always protected as a patent, right? So there is always a huge demand for the patent attorneys, the people who draft that patent applications, or else who search that patent applications. I will come to that. Okay, under the patent, it is not only the drafting of patent applications, but there are different job roles actually under the patents. Coming into the trademarks again, the trademark attorneys or trademark agents, they only protect the trademarks or else the certification marks, etc., right? Designs, that designs only talks about the the product, how this product is appealing to a normal eye, right? So for example, if you look into the mobile phone or else any medical device, so how that particular medical device looks or else how that mobile looks, is that design is protected under designs. Copyright, all the artistic works, the photographs, music, songs, paintings, etc., everything is protected under copyright. Movie stories, or else the scenes in the movies, the songs, you can see always in the YouTube, always you will you come across that copyright strikes, etc., because that copyright is belonging to someone else, that is intellectual property right of someone else, and someone is using it, and hence you are preventing someone to use your copyrighted material, right? In the same way, there is something called plant variety protections. If you invent something new plant, so like for example, there is a rose. The rose, in each and every petal is having different colors, okay, the rainbow colors of that rose. This is not naturally available. This could have been created by some farmers or else some breeders, etc. So such new plant varieties are also protected under intellectual property rights under plant variety protections. Geographical indications, so this is something, this is not much related to the technical thing, but very interesting. So where one geographical location is having its impact on the quality of any product. For example, if you look into Hyderabad, Hyderabad Halim is an geographical indication product, right? And also, Bubili Veena is a geographical indication product from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Nagpur oranges, right? So, agricultural products or else handicrafts, handlooms are comes under this geographical indications actually, which are having association with that geographical area. We are not going deep into that. And also there is something called as trade secrets, where you are not disclosing your information, you are limiting your information to only 1 2 3 persons, and then you are having contractual agreements with them. Okay, so in such cases where you doesn't want to go for the patent system, but you need to protect it as a trade secret only, so even you can do that, but there is no separate legislation in India at least to protect your trade secrets. But until and unless you keep it as a secret, it is protected, right? So based on that particular threshold or else particular creation skills of the mind, you can categorize your intellectual property right. Is it that easy to categorize your intellectual property rights? Yes, answer is yes, because if you are aware about intellectual property rights, you can categorize it easily. Under what our invention falls under, right? Our under what our research falls under. If not, at least you can approach any IP attorneys, so they can clarify that under which you can protect your intellectual property rights. Because many of the startups mainly, and also young inventors, do approach us actually. They say that I have a unique idea, I need to file a patent. Of course, ideas cannot be patentable subject matter actually. So you need to express that idea, and that expression should be in the technical related aspects only. In such cases only you can protect it as an patent. Someone says I have a unique or else a new style of business methods, can I protect it? At least in India, we cannot protect our business methods also as a patent system. So we need to know exactly what can be protected, what cannot be protected. And the role of patent attorneys or the patent agents is that, to look the first document when they receive it, whether they can protect it, whether it can be categorized at least, right? If it is not categorized, at least you need to keep on working on your inventions, or else, on your intellectual skills to polish it and then to bring it back as an intellectual property right. Right, so these are the various basic types of intellectual property. It's just a brief introduction, we're not going into deep. Now you can see here, right? You can see here a capsule, and also it with the different color combinations, right? So in this, there are a bunch of intellectual property rights involved here. So starting from the color combination, even the color combination also can be protected. So this will be protected as a trademark, and the shape of the product also will be protected as a designs. You can see there are tablets which are in the shape of D, with in the shape of C, etc. Which how they look actually. So these tablets are protected as in designs. If you look into the design registry, and if you search for that particular designs with related to the capsules or the tablets, you can see various, not with related to the capsules, at least with related tablets, you can see different designs. Even the shape of the product, if the active ingredient or active product, that particular pharmaceutical product is protected as an intellectual property right, right? Maybe it is a patent. So once you make that, or else, once you produce that capsule, you need to pack it, and then you need to market it. So while marketing, you need some brand, right? So that brand is protected as a trademark. That unique packaging, if you have a unique packaging or unique color combinations in that packagings, it will be protected again as an intellectual property right. The company which is selling that particular product, maybe EsPharma is selling particular product, okay, is getting that product. So that is also in trademark, that is an intellectual property. EsPharma is marketing this particular capsule as an capes, let's take it, okay, it says like an capes. It may be a trademark, a potential trademark. It can get as a trademark registered in on that the particular brand, right? Maybe that is that capsule is related to the paracetamol related ingredient only. Now the patent could have been lapsed, but initially that do have an patent on that, or else something new unique compound in this which cures the COVID, right? So that is a patentable subject matter. The technical solutions for the problem, or else the manufacturing, the how you are manufacturing, the process of that particular product is protected. When you are marketing your product, you will have some artistic works with related to that, visual aids that you need to show to medical professionals, etc., right? So each and everything is protected under intellectual property right, and no one can copy your intellectual property right. But many may not knew that where exactly our intellectual property rights is lies. Even the mobile applications, maybe they could have come up with some new mobile application which says that at what time, there will be reminders to each and every patient, at what time they need to take that particular medicine, at what dose they need to take it. Such mobile applications can also be protected. But whether that mobile applications are protected as patents, the answer is no. It will be protected as an copyright. So we need to know how exactly and what exactly will be protect our intellectual property rights. And this is the role of IPR attorneys, not about the patent agent I'm talking. It is the role of intellectual property rights attorneys. So if you are a qualified intellectual property right attorney, or else if you are introduced to the concept of intellectual property rights, or else you have studied about the concept of intellectual property rights, then you will be very much clear about what exactly to be protected, how exactly to be protected. Right? Just we know that this color combination can be protected as a trademark, shape can be protected as a design, or else medical composition can be protected as an patent. But how, where, when, who, right? Whether can I protect only in India, or else do I need to protect in all jurisdictions or not? So this is a vast subject, intellectual property rights. It is not that simple. So it is like an ocean. Each and everything, a specific intellectual property right is enough. Trademark, if you look into the brand name, right? Now you have created your brand name. How do you know that this brand name is not copied by someone else? How do you know that there is some person who is already making a fake product and then selling with the same brand name, right? And what are the rights that you are having? How can you enforce your rights? And where you can enforce your rights? What are the damages that you can get it, right? So each and every intellectual property, if you look, even the copyright, if you have a small video clip or else a blockbuster music that you created, you will have a bundle of rights on your intellectual property right. How to enforce that right is what you need to know, and how to protect is what, as an IP professionals we need to know, and we need to learn it. So this is a wonderful opportunity actually for each and every technical persons who have the technical knowledge. It will be very easy. For example, as a pharma graduate, I will be more comfortable with related to biotech related inventions, pharma related inventions, okay, chemical related inventions when I discuss with the inventors. But it doesn't mean that it is restricting me to work only for the pharma. I do file. I filed almost 60 plus patent applications with related to the mechanical inventions where we have grants as well, right? So the technology is going beyond now. I am not restricted only with the pharma, but we are sitting and discussing with the inventors and inventors, Ayurvedic related missions. We have filed patent applications. Biodiesel related. This is a PhD project of one of the professor actually in one of the colleges in Bangalore. A biodiesel manufacturing process of biodiesel. We filed and then secured a patent for that particular biodiesel process as well, right? And Naipar Gauhati, I proudly say that now I am associated with Naipar Gauhati, where we filed patent applications, 10 patent applications, and all the 10 applications are in the prosecution stage. So once you are in patent attorney, it doesn't mean that you need to confine, sorry, you need to confine only with the pharma or else your technical degree, but you can work beyond that. But obviously, yes, you need to prove that you can keep working on other technical skills as well. Now we started working on AIs, artificial intelligence related inventions as well. And also, interestingly, we started working on data protections, data exclusivity related to pharmaceutical products. We have submitted many reports with related to that. So once you are introduced to the patent concept or intellectual property right concept, your research skills also will be increased. It doesn't mean that always you need to do only the patent filings or else trademark filings, etc. This is how actually the knowledge that passes as an ideas and also till the protection actually, and each and every stage there is a requirement for the manpower, and that manpower should be at least aware about intellectual property rights, and he should be expertised in intellectual property rights when they are coming to the preparing for protecting and protection of these particular ideas. So when you have a bunch of ideas, each and every brain, each and every one will have some ideas. We may think that that is a blockbuster idea. When you generate that particular idea, ideas are not protected anywhere else, okay? The expression of that idea in any form is protected. So you should know that how you express that ideas. So to know that expressions of ideas also, you need the manpower who are associated with intellectual property right. And as I said that you need to categorize your intellectual property right, again you need to know, okay, whom to approach and how to categorize it. You need to validate it. As I said initially, your intellectual property right should be new. No one should invite it should not be in market before. The prior art should not be existed. So how do you find that whether this is existed or not, whether this is already in US, UK, or somewhere else? Are we infringing someone's intellectual property rights? So how you validate it, how you search it, how you find it, how you prepare the document for protecting, sorry, how you claim that, how you draft your patent applications. Is it just like a research paper that you are writing, or else are there any rules? So as per the patent act and the patent rules, you need to confine with that, and you need to obey that rules, and then you need to draft your patent application. Once you prepare and protect, and then after that the challenge starts, protection. So it doesn't mean that once you file a patent application, the patent got granted or trademark got granted. It doesn't mean that everyone will take care of your product. You as an IP attorney or else an institution or organization need to take care, and then we need to look around who is infringing it. Then how, if someone infringes, whom to approach it. So this each and every stage there is a requirement for IP professionals here, right? So there is a lot of scope for intellectual property right professionals. And now, for example, you can see here this slide. So these all are face masks. That's it. Okay. So during the COVID time, there are n number of design applications filed with related to the new designs. Each and everything is completely, different, right? So each and everything is protected under design, and then which is having more capability or else more market value. Those are protected as an, that captures the market, and then that is having more valuations, commercial valuations, as in that particular intellectual property right. So now we can look into where all these IP professionals are required, and not only this, there are beyond this slide actually. So mainly those who have specialized in patent law, they helps in securing patents, right? It is not only about the securing patents. Again, I'm saying there are patent analytical teams in each and every company, patent searching teams in each and every organizations, at least in the big companies and big organizations, patent drafting teams, right? So there will be some professionals who will be keep on searching the patents which are filed. So whether are we infringing someone patent applications, whether the R&D team that they created. So R&D team approaches the IP department stating that, this is what we invented. So this will be the blockbuster. This is a new compound. This is a new drug that we can go and file a patent application. So blindly, no organization or company approves that to go and file for a patent application or is to protect it or claim that this is an innovative product, right? The IPR team will pitch in here and then they do search whether such inventions are already existed or not. Okay, if existed, what is the technology that is talking about and what is the gray or white space that where we can keep on working. So if this can be improved, then they will improve that patent or technologies and then they will file for the patent. And then this is again here the patent drafting team pitches and then they draft the patent applications and then they file the patent applications. So only the patent team, if you look, there are patent searchers, the analytics team, the patent drafting teams, patent monitoring teams, IP licensing teams, IP valuation teams, IP auditing teams. So there are many such subcategories under even intellectual property rights or the patent law departments in each and every big organizations mainly, right? Most of the small startups and all may not hire a patent IP professionals, but they do approach law firms which are specialized in intellectual property rights, right? And now coming into not it doesn't mean that only the patent, someone are interested in only the trademarks. So there will be trademark professionals who can file and register trademark applications. They can prosecute the trademark applications again. So they will be keep on they watch the brands, right? Brand monitorings will be there in some companies and organizations. They look into the brand infringements, etc. So they need to serve the notices, cease and desist notices. They need to serve draft applications and then they need to send it to the infringers, etc. At the same time, IP professionals are required for the copyright registrations and also infringement related issues with related to copyrights. And nowadays, as the technology is evolving, many applications are coming up. The copyright applications are keep on increasing. And also the social media, because of the social media aspects as well, the copyright related activities or as the professionals required for the copyrights are keep on increasing actually. And not only the filings of patents, copyrights and trademarks, in there are IP professionals which are known as an IP paralegals actually. So you can assist them in filing or else to monitor the deadlines. So there will be many deadlines actually in each and every jurisdiction. At what time you need to file patent application, within what time you need to request for examination, within what time you need to file for the renewal fees, etc. So each and everything should be monitored, and one person in IP team cannot do that. There are IP paralegals again required. In big organizations there will be a separate team with related to IP paralegals as well. And also there will be some teams which always develop strategies to IP portfolios with related to business goals. Like for example, patent term is only for the 20 years. So once the a blockbuster drug which is going which patent is going to expire within next year, let's say that 20 years is going to lapse, then all the generic manufacturers will be keep on working on that particular product to launch that product once immediately this patent lapses, right? So there will be strategies always involved with related to the specific business goals related to intellectual property rights. And also some once someone would like to launch their product of anti-cancer, then they need to do the portfolios or landscape analysis. What are the organizations they are keep on working on particular technologies, etc. So there is a requirement for such professionals as well. And also IP compliance and risk management teams are there, enforcement specialists are there. Mainly, these are which are tech legal experts actually. So how any if anyone is infringing your particular product, they do monitor and need to check that. Where all we can work actually. So we all knew that at least with this presentation little bit, there are some IP professionals are required, and then these are the jobs or else these are the works that they do. But where exactly we need to work? Is it only for the companies or organizations, or else anything else more? The answer is that there are specific tech legal law firms. They only work with related, they are not into the civil or else in the criminals, okay? Or else they may work, but they have separate team where the pharma graduates or else BCom electrical or electronics graduates or computer science graduates, so engineering student background people, and also pharma biotech related background people or MNC organic chemistry related people do work in the law firms, in the patent drafting team or else in the searching teams. You have so many opportunities in the law firms as well, or else in the corporate legal firms. where there is always a need for filing of trademarks, or else auditing of intellectual property rights, etc. Technology companies, because they will be keep on working on technologies, only technology upgradations always, right? So there is always a need for filing of intellectual property rights, mainly with related to patents. Pharma and biotech companies, obviously yes, because for each and every product and the drug, you need at every stage you need to file patents. Entertainment and media companies with related to the copyrights. Consumer goods and all for with related to trademarks, mainly manufacturing companies for the process of their manufacturing, patents again. Health related sectors, startups, government agencies. There are many government agencies also which they do offer job opportunities for IP professionals actually, right? So these only, it is not confined to here and there. Beyond that, actually, as an individual, you can start your own law firm as well. You can start your consulting firm, or else you can qualify as a patent agent, and then you can start drafting patent applications, filing patent applications in India. So once you qualify a patent agent, you can aram se sit at your home, and you can start filing actually. You need not attend for hearings and all also to the courts. You can just go for virtually only. So the patent hearings and all happens on all the patent. There are 4 patent offices in India. So to that particular office, they do send the link, and then you can sit in your home and then you can attend that hearings. Even you need not to visit that patent office as well, right? So there is a patent agent exam actually. So I just want to inform you all that any qualification, you need not to have any law degree actually. So if we have any technical degree, for example, B Pharms is enough for us, right? B Pharm or else a B Tech. So each and every individual who qualified degree are eligible to apply for patent agent exam, and Government of India is conducting actually. From last 2 years, you can see each and every year Government of India is conducting this exam. But when I cleared this exam in 2017, 2017, at that time we used to wait for this exam for every 3 years, or else for every 4 years they used to conduct this exam. But the practice has been changed. From last 2 years, every year they are conducting, and in Jan 2024 they are going to conduct again the patent agent exam. And if someone is interested to join, or else to learn more, or else to give that exam, you can contact EsPharma, and then maybe EsPharma can frame something with related to the training for the patent agents. How do you give the examination, and how to crack that patent agent exam, right? And the agent roles and responsibilities are like, as per the patent act. So there is a patent act and patent rules in India. As per the patent act, patent agents are only qualified to file any patent application in online. So if you are a patent agent, you can sit in home, and then with your agent number you can draft your patent application, and you can file the patent applications, and you can prosecute that patent applications, right? And also, if you qualify the patent agent exam along with the technical degree, you will have more opportunities. Like the law firms may hire you, because just hiring a B Farm student is different from B Farm student who qualified a patent agent, because patent agent is well aware about the rules, regulations, or else how to draft any patent application, at least in the basic stages, right? So this always helps you to get easily into any organizations. Nowadays, of course, the patent agent number is slowly increasing, and it is a good opportunity actually for someone who would like to. And it doesn't mean that as a pharmacist, to clear the patent agent exam, you should file only the pharma related inventions. A patent agent is an agent for all technical technologies. At any technology, you can start filing patent applications. And also there is one more profession which related to the tech legal, mainly as Uma Shankar ji clearly mentioned that I have cleared the LLB as well. So tech plus legal now you have, and I can start arguing in courts with related to the infringements of patents, with related to infringements of copyrights, with related to infringements of trademarks, etc. Of course, if someone is interested to go for the civil, criminal, and other legal professions, of course, yes, this is an LLB, so they can start their journey afresh with related to that as well. But as a tech profession, you have more edge with related to handling tech legal cases mainly. So not only the LLB, if someone is interested with related to corporate legal law, okay, you need to learn about something related to corporates. So there are some colleges or universities which are offering MBL. LLB, there are some good institutions like IIT Kharagpur, and also NLSU, National Law School of India, University Bangalore, and Delhi University, so which offers 3-year LLB. So as you are already graduated, 4 years graduation degree we have, so you can graduate that, you can enroll for this 3-year LLB. Of course, you need to clear that entrance exam and all. So once you get admitted, then you can be in tech legal profession as well. And also there are many certifications with related to introduction to the patents, introduction to the trademarks, or else introduction to the intellectual property rights laws, introduction to European patent system, introduction to the Indian patent systems, etc. So you can have the certifications. And also EsPharma is also in pitching, actually it is there. They are also coming up with some certifications in patents and intellectual property related activities. And of course, patent and trademark agents. There is a trademark agent as well, along with the patent agent. So if you clear the trademark agent, you can start filing trademarks. If you clear the patent agent exam, you can start your own practice as a patent attorney. Maybe, for example, if you are working in any institution or as any small company, and then if you clear the patent agent exam, there will be high chances that you can taken into the teams as well. Maybe you can start working closely with your internal patent teams, which sits always in the head offices, right? So these are the few technical professional related things. And for the IP academic excellence also, this intellectual property rights always helps you. For example, as a student or else as an individual, you have some ideas that you need to protect it. You can approach any patent attorney and you can protect it, and then you can start going for funding. So once if you want to go for the funding, nowadays each and everyone is looking that what IPR you are holding. So the first question they do ask is that whether do you have a patent on this, whether do you have filed a trademark on particular brand names, etc. So if you are having any thoughts of starting your own startups, etc., you need to be very clear about your ideas, and then you need to protect your ideas. And also as a students or else a researchers, you can start publishing your patents. It always adds value to your resume. And also if you want to go for higher educations, or else when you are going to give any interviews, when they see that okay, someone is worked, someone filed any patent application, this always shows an impact or interest that this person is working on some technical skills, and this person is polishing his technical skills, because patents always reflect on your technical related aspects only, right? And also the most important thing is that it always prevents others from being. Once you are having an idea, once you are having an intellectual skill, or a product or a process that need to be protected, if you protect that, a third party cannot copy until and unless you give a license to them or else you sell to them. Of course, he can copy it, but you can sue him for copying your intellectual property rights, right? So even in this way, not only with related to your job as a student to pursue your higher educations, or else to enter into any institutions or organizations, or else to enter directly into the law firms with related to IP background, this the filing of intellectual property rights, or having thus those patent agent certifications, or knowledge, at least certifications or knowledge with related to intellectual property rights, always helps you. So why to protect this IP? This already we have discussed. So these are particularly exclusive right that is given to individuals, and prevents others from using that. And also you are the owner of your intellectual property right. So that property belongs to you, and always as per the Patent Act or Trademark Act, there is a legal bindings. And it is a very best tool for investments. Even if you have an idea and if you have a patent on that particular idea, it is enough actually to attract more investors. So these intellectual skills and intellectual properties are very, very important thing. Thank you all. These are just a basic introduction about awareness on intellectual property rights, and also just introduction to the patents and what are the job opportunities that you may have it. And I'm open for questions now.
Thank you, thank you. Well, it's a great, insightful session. Honestly, I was completely attentive to this session. Other webinars, maybe I have some basic idea, but this webinar, I've completely paid attention and I listened to all the things. So let me ask the feedback. How is the session, guys, participants? Any response in the chat box? Thumbs up, claps, anything want to give? So how do you felt the session? Is it good, boring, too much technical? Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great, great. Really, the presentation is very good, precise, constructive, and a lot of information is there. So my question, just Jyotishi will take up some questions, but before that,
Okay.
let me ask you, Teja. You tell me honestly, after B Pharmacy, how will be the career as a patent analyst or maybe patent agent?
Okay. So I hope I'm audible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. See, after BPharm, As a patent agent, first of all, most important thing is that you need to be well aware about IPR. Okay, as a patent, if you clear the patent agent exam, it makes that particular path to enter into any law firm or organization. From there, it all depends upon your skills. Okay, how you polish it. Once you start working in a law firm for 2 years, it's enough. You are well aware about all the technologies, and then you will get a very good lucrative jobs in organizations and institutions actually. Now, little bit competition is more, to be frank, but still you have a lot of good opportunities when you have technical skills as well as the patent skills. So you are not confined only to work in any industry or organization. As I said, that you will be taken into any law firms as well, or you can work with the government organizations, or else you can be hired with other law firms which are associated with other jurisdictions, maybe US firm, which they would like to launch their products in India, etc. Initially, of course, you need to work hard. Working hard is in each and every domain is very important, but once you start working hard, it is a best profile actually. You can sit in your home and then you can start earning.
Okay, great. And my second question is, how tough is this exam, patent exam?
See,
As you said, the exam is in January. If
yeah,
some people are ready to take up their preparation for the next 3 months, so will they be qualified?
yeah. See, it all depend upon each and individuals. Okay, your perspective actually, how you view that exam. uh, it is not that tough exam. Of course, you need to be well aware about the patent rules, the patent act, and what are the developments that are happening, what are the amendments that are happening to the patents, because there are some amendments that happen to the patent, and you need not to draft a complete patent application. At least you need to know how to draft a patent application, right? These are the skills that they do always see. So if preparing for 30-45 days is well enough. If you give, then you can qualify that patent agent exam.
Great, great. So is there any age limit for the exam?
There is no age limit for exam. Only age limit is that you need to be minimum 21 years of age. That's it. Okay,
Okay,
minimum age
okay.
limit. There is no
From
maximum age.
graduation till yeah.
Exactly. You should be an Indian citizen, and you should have any graduation degree, and then
Okay.
minimum 21 years of age, and without any a police case on you. That's it.
So can we do it as a freelance kind of thing? If some faculty is working in some college and they have attempted this patent agent exam also.
Yeah, there are many now. Recently, actually, the last year only, there are few teaching staff actually who are into this particular profile, teaching profile. They cleared the patent agent exam. So you can start teaching, and then you can start, But of course, again, you can start practicing as a patent agent, but until unless you have a very good experience, you cannot start on your own. So what happens, what I observed with the teaching professionals is that as a teachers, they are technically they are sound, and then they need to start filing patent applications. They need to start drafting. They just keep that agent as a patent agent. That's it. They won't look into that practice again. So you need
Great,
to be a
great.
little bit active.
Thank you, thank you. Now Jyotishri will read out some questions here from the chat box. So please do answer those as well. Yeah.
Hi, Teja. First of all, thank you for the wonderful session. Thank you for your insights. Few students were asking, they have few queries like how to publish a patent or how to apply for a patent.
Sorry, can you come again? How to?
How to publish a patent.
Okay. See,
And another student, Maunika, is asking how to apply for a patent.
how to apply for patent. First thing is that before applying a fair patent, you should know that whether it is a patentable subject matter or not. Okay, whether your technology is a patent or not. And a very good question actually. So this is a question that each and everyone do have. So for applying a patent or else to publish any patent applications, you always need to approach any patent attorney or a patent agent. As you are having the technical skills, you need to have some legal skills also. So both in combination only we can sit to discuss. We need to look into that application, and then we need to file it. And to cut short it, you need to file your patent application. If you want to file your patent application in India, so you need to protect your application in India. You need to file in any one of the offices in India actually, as per your jurisdiction. So that will be known, from which place your address is, or else from which place your operations are starting, etc. Right. So there are some separate forms as per the patent act and the patent rules. You need to fill that forms. You need to draft your patent application, and then you need to approach that particular patent office, and then you can file it. So if you approach any patent attorney, or else if you sit and discuss, it will be very easy actually to file any patent application. But two things we need to remember here. Filing of patent application doesn't mean that you have a patent on that. Once you file and once you publish it, there will be examination, and once after the examination, then we'll look whether such patents are already there or not, the technology is already used or not, and based on that the patent may be granted. But obviously, yes, for publication, if you have little bit of technical related aspects, you can go for publication, and this will helpful for you as well.
Sure.
Hope I'm clear.
Yes. I hope Monica and Pragya, your query was clear, answered. And Vivi is asking, you were talking about LLB, right? It is something related, something specific to IP, or it's regular LLB?
Yeah, see, LLB, as per the Bar Council rules, this LLB is always in regular LLB only. Okay, so you will learn the Constitution of India. You will learn about the civil. You will learn about the criminal. You will learn about the taxations. You will learn about the family law. You will learn about property laws, etc. Each and every subject as per the Bar Council. But as I stated that IIT Kharagpur offers honors in intellectual property rights, where they will be stressed more on other intellectual property rights as well. We have other extra subjects which talks about the patents, trademarks, etc. So once you get introduced to the legal concepts in the LLB, this is always a regular LLB only. So once you get introduced to the concepts of the rules and regulations, the Bare Acts, how to draft, how to file, how to argue, and all. So as a technical skilled person, it will be very easy for us to enter into that legal profession. So legal profession, it doesn't mean that always you need to go and argue only for the civil and criminals. There are corporate lawyers, there are intellectual property specialized IPR lawyers. We argue only on the IPRs. We argue only on the copyrights, only on the trademarks. That's it.
Thank you. And next question is Krishnan is asking. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Krishnan is asking, sir, can you explain about the patent exam syllabus and questions, whether it will be coming from BPharm or from all the fields? Before that, Teja answered this question, I wanted to add one point to this. Actually, we both discussed, before starting the session, we discussed the thing why can't we start an IPR batch also? Because so many students before, last year also, Teja delivered a session. At that time, few students approached me. This time we wanted to take it seriously. We wanted to start a batch if the strength is 10 or so 15 also, we wanted to start a batch. After this, you will be getting messages about that.
Yeah, that's a good move actually. Yeah, minimum 10 we can start batch actually. So coming to the syllabus, it is not related to your pharma background actually. So nothing they will touch on the pharma, to be frank. So it is completely with related to the pharma, patent act and patent rules, and also your technical skills are important here when you're drafting any patent applications. So technical skills are important here, but you need not to study organic chemistry, inorganic chemistries, or pharmacologies, etc. here.
If that is the same, they will not write the exam.
Maybe I also couldn't be able to give that exam at that time.
Yes. And somewhere, Sharon, I hope the same question, how to prepare for the patent exam. I hope your answer is clear. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Krishnan is again asking, is there any limit in writing the patent exam, like number of attempts?
As of now, there are no, lucky actually, there are no such restrictions on number of attempts. I do see actually many people, they have given 4 times, 5 times the patent agent exam, and they could able to crack after 6th attempt or something. Patent agent.
Is that tough?
Yeah, it is. So it is a tricky. That's it. Nothing is tough. Nothing is tough if you prepare very, as a planned way. So you need to know what to read and what not to read, and where you need to concentrate. Actually, I saw many people who lost their exam with 1 mark. Actually, interesting thing here is that I need to even mention here. The patent agent exam happens in 2 papers. Actually, morning you will have all objective type questions. The second paper will be descriptive type, where you need to draft a patent applications as well, and also there will be some questions with related to the patent act. So in 2 papers, the minimum is that 50% you need to get it to qualify the exam. Okay, 50% in each paper to qualify, and in combination minimum 60% should be there to get qualified for Viva. So next stage is Viva. So, and again in Viva you need to give that Viva, and then you need to qualify that exam, and then only once you clear all these 3 things, you will be registered as a patent agent. There are many who lost that patent agent with 1 mark as well actually.
How many days it took for you to prepare for this exam?
To be frank, actually, as I'm a law graduate, so at that point of time only we have gone through the patent act and rules. So I didn't give much time actually for this patent agent exam. 10 days, 15 days preparation is much enough. But for the people, am I audible? Yeah, for the people who are not having this legal degree, so 30 days, 45 days is well enough actually. If we frame that syllabus accordingly, we can help to get that. Of
Sure,
course,
sure.
they need to have that confidence on them as well.
Yes, yes. And Krishnan, thank you for providing us wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Krishnan. And the next question is, yes, surely we'll share the PPT. If we, Mahesh is asking, if we have technical experience in pharma industry, is there any add-on if we become pharma patent analyst?
Yeah, as I said that already previously also. So once if you are a working profession and then if you are having patent certifications or a patent agent, it is easy for you to get into the IP team in your organization only, because now you are having technical skills as well as legal skills. Either you will move into your own IP team in your organization. If your organization is in a small institute or organization, if there is no IP team, then you can apply for IP jobs in other companies as well. So they
Yes.
do always. This is a very advantage actually. If you have a experience in the technology, maybe in the formulations, etc. 1 year, 2 years, so you will have a little bit more edge actually to get into a good companies.
Yeah. I hope Mahesh, we cleared your query. Maunika is asking, is patent rights are same all over the world or any changes?
Very good question actually. So I didn't go more into the details of patents, or else we concentrated more on the career related aspect. But patent rights are common in all over the world. But to protect your patent in all over the world, you need to file and get a grant of your patent application all over the world. Right? To make it simple, so if you want to enforce your patent rights in India, you need to file and you need to get a grant of your patent in India. Right? Now here it is protected. And now if you want to protect it in UK and US, if you doesn't file your patent application, it is not protected. You need to get a grant certificate in UK and US also, then you can enforce the same rights. The rights are always same as per the TRIPS agreement actually. So there is some agreement called as uniform. All the countries forms an uniformity because they are abide with the TRIPS agreement.
Aruna is asking, sir, if I invented some X drug and I want international patent, then it is necessary to get patent from individual countries? I mean, is it applicable to individual countries or should we go for the individual country patent?
Excellent again. See, as I said that in there will be different job professionals. They look into the business opportunities of patents, etc. Right, and ethical streams and all. So each and every company they need to look their business. For example, if you look into the automobile industry, three wheelers, autos are there, right? TVS Motors. So where all these three wheelers you can see India, Indonesia, or Sri Lanka, and some other countries, right? So now their market is only in these three jurisdictions, and then they will look into the three jurisdictions and they will file that. Until and unless you have a market, no one will waste their money and file their patent application. Of course, if it is a medicinal product, which is a vaccine for COVID, each and every country required, right? So you need to go and you need to file in each and every country, and you cannot travel each and every country and then you cannot pay. And hence there is something called as a PCT, Patent Cooperation Treaty in India. Sorry, throughout globally they follow. Once you file through that PCT application with one single application, you can protect in all the jurisdictions actually, and then from there you can enter into any nation. Again, a separate subject actually. It will take 1 hour to explain what is PCT, how you enter into national phase and all.
Sure, sure. Here is some interesting question asked by Vivi. What exactly triggered you to completely shift to IT? So you were a pharma graduate. Was an experiment that you did, or and got succeeded?
No. This is not an experiment actually. So as I said that after my pharma, so I worked with a startup in that is a medical marketing company, third party marketing company, where we manufacture. They get products manufactured in some other outside, and from the UK, UP, and all, and then they start marketing here in Andhra and Telangana regions mainly. So for marketing, as I said, that to market it, you need to have a brand name. So to get that brand name, you need to have a trademark. As a patent management team, I am the sole person who interacts with the law firms with related to the trademarks and all. So at that point of time, I got introduced to the concept of trademarks. And also I read one interesting case actually, NATCO versus Bayer case with related to compulsory license in India. This is an very interesting case. We can keep 1 hour session on this particular interesting case. How pharmaceutical companies operate and how compulsory licenses is granted, what CL is, etc. So I'm not going into that. So where there is so much of course of amount is involved in that, in CGL related activities and then licensing, etc. At that time I came to know that there is something beyond the pharma. There is a requirement for people who knows pharma as well as law related aspects, and that is the time where it triggered me to join intellectual property rights. And it is not an experiment, for sure. I am 100% sure that I want to go to that particular profession actually. So I looked into some LLBs, and where I came to know about the IIT Kharagpur. First, I thought I would like to go to Delhi University, but I came to know about the IIT Kharagpur, which offers on intellectual property rights, and then I applied, and then I could able to crack that exam, and then I'm here. That's it, in short.
Just I would like to add one point here. So many people, they will not find out their passion and they just blindly follow some patterns. The pattern for our education system is either you become a doctor or engineer. That's it. They will not find out any kind of career related passion and they will end up with somewhere. So we have some sessions planned on this also, how to have some clarity in terms of this career and all. I have seen some of my seniors also. They have done B pharmacy, then they have done LLB. Those people enter particularly into the regulatory sector. But Teja, he has altogether chosen a different profile and he want to become a specific IPR consultant. So that made him special and separate from the crowd. Really, kudos to you, Teja, for your decision and all. But
Thanks.
to the crowd, I want to say one thing. If you want to attempt this patent exam, as he said, January the exam is there. You can decide today itself and plan your schedule for the next 3 months. And as Jyoti madam has said, so we'll be planning a separate batch for this patent exam and all, where Teja will be guiding all the academics part. So we'll make sure that it is not for everyone. It is for people who are really desperate to want to become a patent agent. We will be taking limited crowd and we'll make sure that as this is the first batch where the concentration will be more and we want to get at least 50% of the qualification for the complete batch. That is what
Yeah.
our target as initial batch. Yeah,
If that
please
so,
continue.
even I ensure that for their internship experiences as well, actually with related to IP, I can ensure that as well.
Any more questions? I have 5 more minutes.
So maybe crowd is not asking, just out of curiosity I'm asking, how will be the earnings in this sector? Patents, IPR, working in the companies, corporate.
See, IPR, not only IPR, if you take into any profession, the same person who is in QA who earns 8,000 rupees per month, and there is a person of a QA who earns 60,000 70,000 per month as well, right? So it all depends upon your skills and in which organization or institution you're put up, and also how you're handling your clients. If you are having your own firm, so what about your clientele actually, right? So it all depends upon your skills. That's it. You should keep working hard, and then you should keep moving. But of course there will be a decent pay always, at least better than a person who joins, a fresh graduate who joins in any production companies, in a production teams, etc. It will be at least fair enough than that. And as a qualified patent agent, you need not to depend upon that. If you get your own clientele, you can start working on your own as well, if
So
you show.
they can file trademarks as well.
No,
Patent.
no, no. For the trademark, you need to clear a trademark agent actually. If you are LLB graduate, if you are having a law degree, then trademark agent is not required. But if you're not a law graduate, then you need to clear trademark agent exam also.
Okay. So they can file patents for this research work, maybe
Yes, yes, yes.
publications,
They
all
can
these
file.
things.
See,
Okay.
patent agent is not only a patent agent for patent filing, even design applications also they can file. Actually, patents and designs, they can file it as a patent agent.
So any
I mean,
Manish
questions?
is asking, how are job opportunities in abroad for patent analyst?
see, as I said, patents are territorial in nature actually, right? If you want to file or protect your patent in India, you need to learn the patent rules and acts of Indian Patent Act and rules. Now, if you want to file your patent application in UK, you need to know about the UK. Of course, it will be almost like similar, but there will be a little bit difference on the patentable subject matter, etc. So abroad, obviously, yes, you will have a very good opportunities if you could able to get a job, by sitting in India, and then if you can find some job in any law firms there. So there are a good opportunities actually, but there are you can start even sitting in India, and then you can start working for foreign clients as well. because as I said, everything is in online mode. Even the patent analyst need not to sit in the law firm in UK and US, and then they can analyze or else do the landscaping reports of any product or process, etc. There are good opportunities, but if you have any masters related to the IP in other jurisdictions, then it will little more it will helpful. But of course, there are many of my seniors and the friends who could able to start working with the other law firms. And interestingly, as I said, some of my friends are working in India only, but they're working under for foreign firms actually from India. They're operating work from home mode.
Great, great. Any questions?
Next question is cost for one patent to get?
Interesting question again. So cost for one patent, there are various factors for costing of a patent. First thing is that the technology that is involved. Second is that the person who is going to file that, whether institution, organization, company, or a say individual person, or else a private limited company, or else a startup, right? So there are different set categories of that, and what is the technology that is involved, how many claims you need to file into that, how many days that we are going to invest into that. So it all depends upon that on that particular patent application to draft and file it. Basically, so there are we have filed a patent application starting from 20,000 to 80,000, 90,000 tak. So it all depends upon technology, and also it all depends upon how fast you want, how many claims you need to file, how many pages are documented. For example, there are few inventions where they give us 60, 70 pages of technical details only. So we need to read, we need to invest time on that, right? So each and everything is calculated on that. So there's no such fixed price tag for that. But government fee is fixed actually. To government, we need to pay a fixed prices. For startups and individuals, there is one price, and for other companies, there is one price. And during prosecution also, it varies. Request for examinations, request for early publications, and during prosecutions, you need to renew your patent application for that. So that there, for the government, we need to pay separately. Hope I'm clear.
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, Teja, for your valuable time and giving insightful discussion on these patents. So for all the participants, on the count of 3, can we give any emoji to Teja sir, so that we'll be taking screenshot here? Any of the emoji, what you feel like, whether it may be fire, love, thumbs up, claps, anything. On the count of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. You can start giving your emoji. Yeah, thank you very much for taking the screenshot. Thank you once again, Teja, for your valuable session. So definitely people are there who are interested for this patent exam. We'll come back with more details. Let us form a group and let's start the coaching for this.
Yeah, even if
Thank you.
someone is interested in patent filings also, we can have that discussions as well. If someone, some students, or else if someone would like to go and file their publications, etc., also they can approach EsPharma, and then EsPharma we can approach me.
Yes. Actually, many of the faculty doesn't have any awareness this one regarding their PhD works, doing the patents and all everything. So my suggestion to all the working faculty who are in the college, so please go for these patents or maybe trademarks, those kind of things. That will add a lot of value in your resume as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Teja.
Thank
See you in the new batch.
Thank you all.